So as a wargaming enthusiast, I feel like there's this understanding between you and I. We're stepping out of space and time to do this miniature wargaming thing, whatever that system's going to be. Battletech, X-Wing miniatures, 40K, Pacific Rim Extinction, Chain of Command. And in that moment, in the tabletop, I'm going to do my best to win. You're going to do your best to win. I'm also going to be trying to create something memorable in that moment for us. But things don't always go to plan. Maybe I make a mistake. Maybe the dice go against me. Maybe I miscalculated. Maybe I tried to do something tactically sound, but it just didn't quite work out. Or as it happens, you're a better player, a better opponent than me. But pretty early on, I'm getting hit pretty hard and it's not looking really good. So what do you do at that point? This idea we're looking at Wargaming 101 tactics. So I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to play the narrative. I'm trying to create this moment with you. I'm using this to look at more miniatures to buy, but I'm also looking to improve myself as a tabletop general. And the theory hammer is good. You listen to some of my vlogs. I hope I'm giving you some ideas to cut down that learning curve, but that learning curve is going to be predicated by you've got to get some games in. You've got to play some games. So in this moment, if I've got 3 hours to do this wargaming thing, yes, I want to have a good time. Yes, I want to make that narrative, but I also want to be advancing myself as a player because those hours add up. So in those moments where never say never tell me the odds, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to win this mission. It's not going to happen. I play it out to the end, and I'll tell you how I play it out to the end. The first reason I play it out to the end is just respect for my opponent and the narrative. There's a battle going on. We're not just going to surrender. Too much is relying on this. And you're taking your real time to play. Let's play it out. Let's see what happens. It could turn around. I'm going to try and turn it around. But if it doesn't, or it's crossed that threshold where it's like, look, it's just not going to happen, then I'm ready to die well and die with honor. And I want to give my opponent the chance to enjoy that win. Enjoy those overwhelming odds. Absolutely. So I feel like we've got a social contract here. It's not my place to say it, but it kind of ruffles my feathers when I see, and I see this regularly, I see wargaming opponents, they just give up. They're like, oh, I can't win this mission, right? We're like, an hour into a 3-hour game, and they're like, I can't win this. Forget it. I quit. You win. Like, no, play it out. Play it out. But if I'm at that point where I know I can't win, then now what I try to do is tactically, Wargaming 101, I look at the units I have left and I say to myself, what does that unit do tactically on the table, in the rules, in the meta? What does it do? And then I try to accomplish that on the table. I'll give an example in a moment. And because I don't have to worry about losing the game because, well, I'm losing the game, it frees that up. Here's an example. I'm going to be looking at Battletech. If I have 2 Saladin tanks, these are very, very fast hover tanks with a single powerful gun, an autocannon 20, one of the most powerful guns in the Intersphere Battletech universe. The idea is they move up very fast. They got one shot. If they get that shot off, especially if it's rear armor or certain angles, they are going to obliterate the target. Naturally, they're going to attract a lot of firepower. If I'm zooming them up, you can't let me do that. Sidebar pushed up to the Battletech playlist here. Some interesting Saladin and hovercraft tactica. So if we're playing this game and I'm going to lose and it's looking real bad, then I look at those Saladins and say, I'm going to try and get these up and accomplish what they need to do. To tactics-wise. I look at the next unit. This mech does this. I'm going to try and get this mech up there. An example of that would be a Valkyrie. Valkyrie is a light mech with long-range fire, long-range missile pack. Then I'll play that Valkyrie and try to have it engage and cause as many problems at long range. So I'm instead of having everything work together, what I try to do then is have it work and try to pull off each of the individual units, kind of like a battle drill. Now, this is only if absolutely I know it's done, because I never really want to fully give up, because you never know. Your opponent could make a mistake. Things can happen. That's one way. That's one tactica of dealing with it. But I do believe always, always, always play it to the end.